What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Broadway Joel, the boxing guru. If you like to stay informed with boxing news, please hit that subscribe button. If you've been here before, thanks for coming back. So Jake Paul versus Tyron Woodley. I made a video about how Jake Paul and Logan Paul are good for boxing. I made that video yesterday, but today I want to recap the fight. I'm going to talk about how the fight went and my thoughts on it. So the fight, it started out a bit weird what Tyron Woodley was doing. Tyron Woodley came out in this squatting stance and all this like weird positioning of fighting. I've never seen somebody come out in boxing like that. Maybe this is an MMA thing. I'm not a huge MMA fan. I am a casual MMA fan, but I've never seen somebody squat down, because to me, when you're squatting down like that much, you're giving up leg mobility in terms of closing the distance or moving out of the way, as well as ability to throw certain punches. Like, how do you throw a hard left hook and a hard overhand right and a hard if you're squatting all the way down? Like, one thing, when I used to box, I never had any amateur fights, but I trained boxing. But point is, one of my trainers, he used to tell me, he goes, when you go all the way down, there's only one way to get out of there, and that's up. So a lot of times when somebody's squatting all the way down, you just rush them. Once you rush them, they're not going to stay squatting. They're going to get up, and once they get up, they're out of position, and you can hit them. So I feel like Jake Paul should have been more aggressive once he saw her. Every time he squat, he should have rushed them. And especially being the taller guy, being the stronger guy, being the bigger guy, you know. And when you rush somebody, you don't necessarily have to get close if you have that much of a reach and height advantage. You can punch where he can't punch, especially if he's squatting down. His arms aren't long enough to hit you. I felt like Jake Paul should have came forward a lot more, and both fighters should have been more active, and both fighters should have did more body work, especially Tyron Woodley. Tyron Woodley should have definitely went to the body more, considering he knows that Jake Paul has never been 8 rounds and is not an experienced, top level fighter who has a reputation for high conditioning. He should have went for the body, because if you look towards the end of the last 3-4 rounds, this guy was gassed. Jake Paul was gassed. He did not have enough energy. He was tired. And had Tyron Woodley put more body work, had more punch volume, he could have tired him out and probably got him out of there by stoppage, or won those last 3-4 rounds, huge, where there's no argument that he won those rounds, and instead of a split decision loss, he could have got the win. Now, as far as the decision, I didn't think it should have been a split decision. I thought Jake Paul won that fight clearly. I do think that Tyron Woodley got cheated out of a knockdown in the 4th round. He had hit Jake Paul. Jake Paul fell into the ropes, and the ropes held him up. But, that point wouldn't have made a difference. I scored it 5-3, and if you take away the point, it's 4-3. Jake Paul still gets the win. So I think the right guy got the decision. But all in all, it was a bit of a boring fight. But hey, like I said in my video yesterday, it was a good fight for a good event for boxing due to the undercard and what he did, and especially when Jake Paul grabbed the mic, how he spoke about anti-bullying. He told kids who are getting bullied to pick up boxing and stuff like that and build confidence. Now, that alone could just be building, a future boxing fan. Even if that kid who's getting bullied gets into boxing and never pursues a career in boxing. But he's going to get familiar with the sport, and he's going to become a fan after that. So I did like that. One, just the message just in general, hey, if a kid's getting bullied, he picks up boxing, now he's not getting bullied. God bless him. And 2, the possible trickle-down effect that can have on that kid becoming a fan later on in life. But alright, guys, that's my video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and hit that like button as well to help me out with the algorithm, and follow me on Twitter @_BroadwayJoel. Alright, guys, until next time. Peace.